Hey, music lovers. Welcome to WDWNT Records, where we're turning the Disney Parks event business upside down. Just so you know what's rockin' here, we're celebrating the music and memories of Rock and Roller Coaster starring Aerosmith during a once-in-a-lifetime event with Speedin' Your Way, February 28th. Former Disney Imagineers who cleared the freeway for this Hollywood Studios thrill ride will be sharing stories you've never heard before. And given that many of them include Aerosmith, maybe some you never should. You can watch the full event online live or on demand after airing for just $15, most of which will benefit Give Kids the World Village and their 40th anniversary celebration. Or you can slam on the gas, grab some backstage passes, and join us in Orlando for a day of panels and presentations, sharing behind-the-scenes stories, never-before-seen photos and artwork, and even an autograph signing with the WDI artists who composed this classic. Plus, get your hands on an exclusive limited edition pin made for our event gift.
Wait a minute, I love that idea.
So get in your Super Stretch limo and take a ride to rockinfarewell.com for tickets and more information. Well, I think that about covers it. That's the business, and the fun's just ahead. Rock on.
This is News Today with WDW News Today. I'm Eric Morton of WDWNT.com. Please like this video, subscribe, hit that notifications bell to make sure you never miss the latest from Disney theme parks around the world. Here now's the news for February 19th, 2026. The Central Florida Tourism Oversight District has approved a $6.7 million budget for an electrical system extension near the Magic Kingdom, likely to support the new Disney Villains Land and Cars-themed Piston Peak National Park area. The $6.75 million budget for the North Service Area electrical system was discussed at the January 23rd meeting of the Board of Supervisors. The North Service Area refers to a backstage area behind the Magic Kingdom. An expansion to the Magic Kingdom electrical system would make sense given, well, the next two areas are under construction. They're both pretty big. Though Piston Peak National Park replaces existing infrastructure, it'll have two new attractions, require much more electricity than, a river. The Disney Villains Land will add space to the park, including two more attractions plus dining, shopping, etc. The budget includes $1 million for Reedy Creek Energy Services, design and support services, $750,000 for professional services, and $5 million for owner-furnished materials, plus a 10% contingency for unforeseen issues. This is still an initial budget. Costs are subject to change. The agenda item refers to a new customer, but this would actually refer to a new project for Disney, and they are still the customer. Not going to be another customer, I don't think so. I don't think they're going to let me put it in my name. Crews are testing the Big Thunder Mountain Railroad Geysers as well as the coaster's trains ahead of its spring opening. The Magic Kingdom ride has been closed since January of 2025 for a major refurbishment. In front of the attraction, two crew members were seen painting lampposts among the ride's rock work. Both posts appeared to be half painted. Behind the crew members was seen an empty train climbing the lift hill. The ride has been testing on and off for a few months now. The trains and the entire track have been replaced. Beyond the rocks and faces of the ride's entrance, two geysers were seen, sometimes spraying water towards the sky. Guests pass through these geysers near the end of the ride in a they don't pass through them, we just pass by them, I guess, in a hot spring scene. Changes include an updated opening scene with a transformation of the Rainbow Caverns, refreshed audio animatronics, and gold props. The trains will enter the Rainbow Caverns full of hundreds of bats, phosphorescent pools, and shimmering stalagmites and stalactites. It starts as a majestic, beautiful scene, but then thunder will rumble as the scene changes to something menacing. Big Thunder Mountain Railroad will reopen, as we said, later this spring. Construction walls have expanded around the extended queue of the Haunted Mansion at Magic Kingdom. There's also themed Scrim featuring the mansion in front of its facade. The construction walls now completely block access to the former Mike Fink keelboats dock. This first section of the structure was previously open. Though the Mike Fink keelboats closed back in 2001, the dock's multi-level building has been used as an extended queue for the Haunted Mansion in the past. Construction walls went up around part of the building last summer after the Rivers of America closed. Meanwhile, there is work underway on the Haunted Mansion's facade. Some themed Scrim was installed yesterday. More was installed overnight, replacing plain green Scrim. The themed Scrim depicts the Haunted Mansion and its surrounding trees. The Scrim even includes the caretaker and his dog in one corner. Good for the dog. Good. Wrong dog, but still, I like to pet the dog. There is still some green scrim on the sides of the scaffolding. This construction was reportedly for a small extension to the Haunted Mansion's facade. The foodie guide for the EPCOT Flower and Garden Festival is here. Check out all the new and returning offerings on our website and keep an eye out for the complete festival guide coming soon. More importantly, the Figment Topiary has been installed in World Celebration Gardens for the festival. Disney used to position the Figment Topiary kind of outside Journey into Imagination. Then back in 2024 for the Flower and Garden Festival, he was moved to the center of the park. He sits in the planter shaped like the EPCOT logo with 3 pink topiary flowers around him. There's usually a PhotoPass photographer stationed here so guests can, get their photo with Spaceship Earth and Figment. Other topiaries that have already arrived include Peter Pan characters, pandas, butterflies, Phineas and Ferb, and Bambi characters. Crews have also started prepping flower beds. There's one more weekend of the Festival of the Arts before the Flower and Garden Festival, which runs from March 4th to June 1st, 2026. Yes, we'll be there on the first day. Yes, we'll be reviewing, I think it's 48 new food and beverage items, so, keep your fingers crossed for us. This program is brought to you by our official travel agent sponsor, Be Our Guest Vacations. Your dream vacation begins with Be Our Guest Vacations and their concierge team of expert vacation planners. Head over to wdwnt.travel and their team will design your next magical vacation from Disney World and Disneyland to Disney Cruise Line, Adventures by Disney, and so much more. Best part is their concierge services are 100% free. So book today. A new mystery box series of the mini sneaker line Lacers was spotted at the Camera Center, that's next to the Spaceship Earth area at EPCOT, if you don't know. Disney Lacers are custom designed vinyl collectibles that feature miniature sneakers inspired by various Disney characters. First launched back in 2024, each mystery box typically contains one of the collectibles, with some featuring a mystery character that is revealed upon opening the box. The Series 7 collection features Disney Channel's favorites across 6 possible designs. These are like Lizzie McGuire, Kim Possible, the Proud Family, the Wildcats of High School Musical, Perry the Platypus from Phineas and Ferb, and a 6th surprise design. Lacers Series 7 mystery boxes retail for $16.99. Walt Disney Imagineering filed 2 permits for new signage at Animation Courtyard at Disney's Hollywood Studios. The Courtyard is being reimagined into the Walt Disney Studios lot. Both permits contract Design Communications Limited to install signage. One permit is for 755 Stage Lane. That's the address of the soundstage that houses The Little Mermaid, a musical adventure. The show will remain, but the soundstage will be renamed Studio Theater. The second permit is for 561 Stage Lane, the former site of the Disney's Hollywood Studios Archway. The archway was demolished soon after the Courtyard closed. Concept art indicates a new The Walt Disney Studios sign will be installed in a flower bed where the archway used to be. Imagineering also recently filed a permit for the Magic of Disney animation signage. The Magic of Disney Animation is returning as a new attraction, replacing Star Wars Launch Bay as a place where kids and kids at heart can laugh, draw, dream, and explore animated new experiences. The new Toy Story Land snack stand at Disney's Hollywood Studios opened back in January. However, it was never added to the online map or the My Disney Experience app. As of yesterday, February 18th, it can be seen on both of those digital maps. One thing to note is that the orientation of the stand is not quite right on the digital maps. The stand is actually turned about 45 degrees to the main walkway. The stand is at the end of Toy Story Land, near the land's restrooms and close to where you would go into Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. It replaced a Toy Story Land sign that was demolished last year. It resembles a classic striped popcorn bag on its side with "and snacks" written after popcorn. There's a railing for a small queue in front of the kiosk. The order and menu signs look like paper taped onto the box. Awnings over the pickup and order windows are held up with toothpicks. A new Disney permit is for steel construction rather than theming elements at Rock and Roller Coaster in Disney's Hollywood Studios. The coaster will soon be taken over by the Muppets. We thought maybe a lot of theming elements go first, but steel first, I guess. The notice of commencement calls for general construction at Rock and Roller Coaster by Coastal Steel Incorporated. The company specializes in ride systems, including roller coasters, as well as other steel fabrication projects and maintenance. The permit was filed by Facility Asset Management, FAM, not Walt Disney Imagineering. That's the other indication that this is not related to new theming elements for the coaster, probably structural or something like that. I mean, I don't think they're changing the track. Walt Disney Imagineering did file 3 permits last month for electrical work and signage there as well. The actual rock and roller coaster ride is not expected to change with the arrival of the Muppets, but Disney may be taking the upcoming closure as an opportunity to refurbish the ride, reinforce it, something like that. Disney has filed another permit for the Bluey takeover of Conservation Station at Disney's Animal Kingdom. Rafiki's Planet Watch, including Conservation Station, will close in just a few days for a refurbishment that will bring Bluey to the park. This notice of commencement, filed by Disney's Sourcing and Procurement Division, is for the Disney-owned Buena Vista Construction Company to provide labor, material, and/or electrical for construction at Conservation Station. This is the second permit to reference electrical work. Another permit was for general construction at the building. The Bluey experience is expected to largely replace the animation experience at Conservation Station. Disney stated current favorites, including the veterinary treatment room, will remain after the refurbishment. Outside Conservation Station, animals from Bluey's home country of Australia will move into the affection section petting zoo. The current animals will be rehomed. Rafiki's Planet Watch will operate through February 22nd. It will reopen with Bluey this summer. Guests will be able to dance and play games with Bluey and Bingo and meet the Healer siblings. The animation experience will move to the Magic of Disney's Animation at Disney's Hollywood Studios, also opening this summer. The new bus stop at Disney's Polynesian Village Resort now has a layer of roofing. The stop is approximately where the old one used to be, but it has a new roof shape that dips in the center. It has gray supports, but these will likely be painted brown to match the rest of the resort. Corrugated paneling now covers the roof, which was just framework in our last construction update. Still a lot of dirt around the bus stop. Eventually, this will all become a road again. Some areas have already been repaved. The resort's former roadway entrance off Seven Seas Drive will become the new bus entrance. For now, buses are entering along with cars through the new Floridian Way entrance and dropping guests off at the Porte Cochere. The photo room at Olivia's Cafe and Disney's Old Key West Resort will be stripped as part of an upcoming refurbishment, with the photos preserved in albums at the nearby Conch Flats Community Hall. Renovations have begun in Olivia's Cafe, starting in the back, and will be working their way forward. Eventually, all of the photos outside the check-in area will be taken down and relocated. The back room is already closed off, paper and blinds covering all of the windows. A portion of the dining room at Olivia's Cafe will be unavailable for a while. Actually, it closed on February 16th due to routine maintenance. The restaurant will remain open throughout the time. As part of the work, the photo collection at Olivia's, some of which have aged or begun to fade over the years, will be thoughtfully relocated to new albums at the Conch Flats Community Hall, the resort's gathering place for DVC members and guests. This transition will help ensure that special memories are preserved and remain accessible for members and guests to enjoy for years to come. The photos being relocated are those of DVC members. They've been collected and hung on the walls of Olivia's since the resort opened. Conch Flats Community Hall is the recreational hall at the resort and is open to all guests from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. daily. A lot of people are kind of agitated about this, or they're going to miss this. It's a thing that made Olivia special, all those photos, and I know people are sentimental about that type of thing. At least they're preserving them. They're keeping them in albums. They're no longer going to be on the walls, but at least they are doing something to keep them. A new construction permit indicates the splash pad at Disney's Port Orleans French Quarter may soon be refurbished. The notice of commencement is for general construction at the interactive water play area's address. It was filed by Disney's Facility Asset Management, which indicates the permit is for maintenance rather than thematic changes. Contracts Vermana, who specializes in pool resurfacing and electromechanic repairs. The play area is part of the Doubloon Lagoon pool area, which went through a major refurbishment back in 2024. This included refreshed flooring for the splash pad. Disney has not announced any closures related to the permit, but we could see the play area closed temporarily for work. I guess we'll keep an eye on that for you. Disney has released new wedding gowns for their fairy tale weddings and honeymoon service in honor of their 35th anniversary, including a light-up dress and Belle-Inspired gown. Since 1991, Disney's fairy tale weddings and honeymoons has hosted wedding and honeymoon couples from around the world. Joining the 2026 Disney Fairy Tale Weddings dress collection are 2 new gowns created in collaboration with Allure Bridals. The designs celebrate 2 milestones: a specialty dress honoring the 35th anniversary of Disney's Fairy Tale Weddings and a Belle-Inspired gown commemorating the 35th anniversary of Beauty and the Beast. Designed to celebrate the 35th anniversary of the Fairy Tale Weddings, this wedding dress pays tribute to all qualities embodied in Disney princess storytelling with a glow. Blending innovation with fashion, the design can change throughout the celebration with illuminations that can be 35 dresses in one, changing colors from the walk down the aisle to the final dance. I mean, I never wow, this is pretty, I mean, look, admit it, some of you brides out there are this extra, and this dress is going to sell. Then we have the Belle-Inspired design. It was created to celebrate the 35th anniversary of Disney's Beauty and the Beast. The design features gold tones, draping, and embellishments that echo Belle in various ways. In addition to unveiling these gowns, Disney's Fairy Tale Weddings had also debuted the rest of the 2026 dress collection, offering more ways for brides to express themselves. All dresses are available in sizes 0 to 30 at authorized Disney Fairy Tale Weddings collection retailers, which can be viewed at DisneyWeddings.com. Disneyland's Jungle Cruise attraction is temporarily closed as of February 17th, and construction walls have been installed outside the attraction with a temporary barrier blocking guests from entering the attraction. Nearby construction walls have been installed with a temporary door and a poster for the attraction. Right now, the schedule only goes through March 30th, which also does not have any operating hours, so we'll keep our eye on that and see if we can figure out a reopening date. New to Disneyland Resort is an adorable shoulder plush of Winnie the Pooh. He can be found at World of Disney in downtown Disney District. This tubby little cubby, all stuffed with fluff, has soft yellow fur and a red t-shirt with Pooh embroidered on the chest. He has embroidered and sculpted facial features as well. The plush remains secure on a shoulder with a magnetic pad that goes under your shirt. Magnetic plush then sits on top, retails for $27.99. Walt Disney Imagineering shared the creation process behind the Year of the Horse version of Disney California Adventure's Lunar New Year water short, Hurry Home, which utilizes both experimental capture technology and traditional animation. Hurry Home is a Lunar New Year themed pre-show performed before World of Color Happiness on the same water screen with the overlap of the Year of the Horse and Disneyland's 70th anniversary. Imagineers saw a unique opportunity to honor an important part of the park's legacy, its horses, which have been part of Disneyland since its opening day in 1955. Imagineers visited the Circle D Ranch in Norco, California, where the Disneyland Resort horses reside when they're not on park duty. To capture a certain horse named Rogue for this year's featured animation. To do so, they used experimental capture tech that didn't require any physical trackers to be placed on Rogue. He could just kind of move unimpeded, both on a long line and freely around the arena. Meanwhile, the Imagineers drove around the arena with capture cameras. The footage was then digitally overlaid onto a skeletal wireframe designed exactly to Rogue's proportions. This keeps the animation fluid and realistic even as it's projected onto World of Color's dynamic mist screen. The resulting Hurry Home animation is a special recognition of Disneyland's unsung equestrian heroes for 70 years and counting. Lunar New Year at Disney California Adventure runs through February 22nd, so you only have a few more days to catch Hurry Home before World of Color Happiness. The Disneyland app is running a limited test for a new Find Merchandise feature to help guests locate specific products around the resort. Users on the Disneyland app may notice a new feature on the homepage, allowing them to browse park merchandise availability remotely from their phones. The notice regarding the testing notes that results for merchandise browsing are limited to Lunar New Year items at specific merchandise locations in Disney California Adventure. Elias & Co., Festival Gifts and Embarcadero Gifts, and Acorns Gifts and Goods in the Grand California Hotel and Spa. Upon tapping Try It Out beneath this notice, a pop-up will reiterate that this functionality is part of a limited time test during the Lunar New Year festival. Users can then prompt a search, presumably through a database of shops and their current merchandise, limited to a handful of stores for this test, and find top results for the relevant merchandise pending its availability across the Disneyland Resort. Users searching for a shirt, for example, can further refine their search upon selecting a resulting item from their initial search and specifying a shirt size. The app will then display store and stock information for the item requested. Walt Disney World tested a similar feature last year through the resort's My Disney Experience app. At the time, the users were limited to merchandise searches within the stock availability of the World of Disney store in Disney Springs. There have been no permanent changes to the Disney World app since the conclusion of that test, so I guess we'll find out how this goes. Fantasyland Theater in Disneyland now has fake trees and a cloudy sky as it prepares for a new Bluey stage. Boy, Bluey is taking over. Bluey, I was on the Disney Dream. Bluey took over the Dream. That was wild. If you want to party with a bunch of 4-year-olds, I recommend waking up in time for any of these Bluey stuff. Now we got Bluey going in at Animal Kingdom. Now we have this Disneyland stage show. The theater closed in January. We'll reopen with a new show in late March. And our last update, themed blue walls have been installed around the theater. There's now a pair of cartoonish fake trees, mostly covered by a green scrim. The fake leafy tops of the trees poke out from behind the scrim. Barriers are up to keep guests several feet back from the themed elements. By the stage was a themed scrim, this one resembling a blue sky with some white fluffy clouds. The sky and trees are in line with concept art that shows a cartoon forest setting for Bluey's Best Day Ever beginning March 22nd, 2026, and continuing throughout the year. Bluey's Best Day Ever will transform the Fantasyland Theater into the grounds of Bluey's school, where guests can join the fun of Bluey's Best Day Ever. Throughout the day, Bluey and her sister Bingo will appear live on stage, joining a troupe of comedic actors and musicians. Guests can step into the fair at Bluey's school with the grannies, chattermacks, unicorns, and delight in themed favorite foods at Troubadour Tavern. Magic key holders can pick up a special Anaheim Ducks koozie on Anaheim Ducks Day on February 22nd at DCA. The free drink holder revealed on the Magic Key Instagram page is bright orange with a Ducks Day. The Magic Key and Disneyland Resort word marks are on the other side. It'll be available from park open to park closed while supplies last on February 22nd at Kingswell Shop on Buena Vista Street. During Anaheim Ducks Day, guests can see Anaheim Ducks players and their mascot Wild Wing participate in the Take Flight fan rally and enjoy hockey-themed food. New concept art of Grizzly Peak has been added to the construction walls surrounding Grizzly River Run during its refurbishment over at Disney California. We first noticed it on February 17th. The ride is closed for refurbishment. The first artwork shows a painted top-down view of the entire water ride in the park. The brown and green buildings of Disney's Grand Californian Hotel can be seen in the top corner of the artwork, while other iconic attractions like the Eureka Mill building can be seen as well. Another set of framed artwork shows black and white sketches of concept art for early designs of Grizzly Peak. The mountain shows that more parts of a grizzly bear, like the legs. It also appears to say 97 in the corner of one of the pieces of art, suggesting the concept art was created back, in 1997. The last pair of art pieces depicts the more familiar Grizzly Peak mountain design in black and white and full watercolor. Grizzly River Run continues to be closed for refurbishment. Our latest update noticed crews preparing to repaint thematic elements of the ride. We'll keep our eyes on that one for you as well. The brand new McDonald's at Disney Village and Disneyland Paris is now open, and the original location is closed. Disneyland Paris announced the new McDonald's back in 2023. The final building looks just like the concept art with balconies and an M-shaped topiary near the doors. Disneyland Paris calls it an ultra-modern building erected according to the highest standards in sustainable construction. Disney and McDonald's invested over 20 million euros in the new building's construction. It has 3 floors, 600 seats, including 200 on outdoor terraces, a panoramic elevator, 23 self-service kiosks, a dual kitchen, 5 dumbwaiters, and 3-story indoor play area. The goal of the new design was to make this restaurant the go-to destination for families in Disney Village, thanks to an experience that is both intuitive and optimized. The spacious reception area is designed to streamline the ordering process. Location's employees represent 16 languages to help as many guests as possible. There's an elegant McCafe in addition to self-service kiosks. Table ordering is available via QR code and geolocation. It was also designed to address environmental challenges. It has 250 square meters of solar panels, 350 square meters of green space on the roof and in planters, and 120 square meters living wall, 120 square meter living wall promoting biodiversity and pollination. It's compliant with RE 2020 regulations. 75% of the restaurant's raw ingredients come from French producers. The former McDonald's is now permanently closed and will be demolished. This is all part of an ongoing reimagining of Disney Village. Last year, Disney Style, Disney Glamour, a Petite Rosalie Terrace restaurant, Deco by Disney, and a new Lego store opened. Italian restaurant by Casa Giulia will open by the end of the year, taking over the Planet Hollywood footprint. Frozen, a musical invitation at Disneyland Paris, will close permanently with the opening of World of Frozen. The show's final date will be April 1st, 2026, but you can still see Elsa and Anna in World of Frozen from March 29th, 2026 forward in Disney Adventure World or during Disney Stars on Parade in Disneyland Park. Frozen, a musical invitation, is performed at the Animation Celebration Theater in Walt Disney Studios Park. The park will be renamed Disney Adventure World with the opening of World of Frozen and the rest of the Adventure Bay expansion. Frozen, a musical invitation, opened back in November of 2019, replacing the Art of Disney Animation, coinciding with the release of Frozen 2. The interactive show includes performances of Reindeers Are Better Than People, Let It Go, and Love is an Open Door. After the show, guests can meet Olaf, if you're so inclined. World of Frozen will include an Anna and Elsa meet and greet inside Arendelle Castle, and Frozen Ever After attraction, a boat show, shopping, dining, and impressive self-walking, living, autonomous animatronic Olaf. The rest of the expansion will include the Tangled spinning ride, Raypon's Tangled Spin, and themed gardens. The next Disneyland Paris Collector's Key will be based on Mr. Toad and Toad Hall Restaurant and will be released this week. According to Laughing Place, the key will be released on Saturday, February 21st. It'll be a limited edition of 1949 in homage to the release year of The Adventures of Ichabod and Mr. Toad. Guests can purchase it at Sir Mickey's Boutique in Fantasyland beginning at 9:30 a.m. There will be no line birdie tickets, so keys will be sold on a first-come, first-served basis. The golden sculpted key features the Toad Hall Restaurant coat of arms at the top. At the bottom is an intricate design featuring Mr. Toad and Toad Hall. I can't believe this is coming out and I'm going to miss it. I'm right on the cusp of my first visit to Disneyland Paris, and there's not going to be any Mr. Toad keys left for me. Everyone let out a little sigh and a tear for Eric. Tokyo Disney Resort released the menus for the Tokyo DisneySea 25th Sparkling Jubilee, celebrating 25 years of the park. Menu items include snacks like a blue Mickey-shaped macaron, special meals, and novelties including a sparkling popcorn bucket. The full list with dates and prices can be found at WDWNT.com. Tokyo Disney Resort is releasing a new pin book today, February 19th, that will be perfect for budding collectors. The book is designed to store both enamel pins and buttons. It has a white faux leather cover with a Mickey-shaped window looking in at the first page, metallic gold lettering above the Mickey window, and on the spine reads Button and Pin Badge Collection Book. It zips around three sides so pins and buttons won't fall out. Inside, the lining and pages are patterned with colorful Tokyo Disney Resort icons and characters. Pins can be stuck to the mesh sheets that are over these fabric pages. It'll retail for 3,800 yen. I don't know if that's $1 million or if it's $5. You'll have to Google that. Tokyo Disney Resort will soon sell bath bombs with mystery figures inside. Guests won't know what character they got until they use the bath bomb. Each figure depicts Mickey or one of his friends in a Tokyo Disneyland or Tokyo DisneySea ride vehicle. The bath bombs are supposed to be available starting Thursday, February 9th. That's today. They're available today. Go knock yourself out. The Year of the Horse will mark the milestone 10th anniversary of Shanghai Disney Resort. As the resort draws nearer to its year-long 10th birthday celebration, which will officially launch in March, the resort is gearing up for the celebration's grand debut. Shanghai Disney Resort ushered in the new year, the Year of the Horse, with a traditional lion eye dotting ceremony on February 17th, marking the first day of the Year of the Horse. This ceremony featured an appearance from Bullseye alongside Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse dressed in their festive outfits. Andrew Bolstein, president and general manager of Shanghai Disney Resort, was joined by Mickey Mouse to dot the eyes of two ceremonial lions, spreading good luck, cheer, and unforgettable Disney magic to guests from near and far. The Lunar New Year festivities are now in full swing through March 3rd. For the absolute latest on these stories and all the stories that did not make it on today's show, because there are a whole lot of them, please check WDWNT.com and follow us on all your favorite social media platforms. Of course, you can support the entire team behind this show and others by joining the WDWNT Interglobe Society at patreon.com/WDWNT. Get access to exclusive content, discounted show and event tickets, and more. A special shout out to all the WIGS members watching who help make this show happen each and every week. For the worldwide leader in Disney Parks news, this is Eric Morton saying enjoy the rest of your today and have a great, big, beautiful tomorrow.